Blackstone Audiobooks presents Showdown on the Hogback by Louis L'Amour. Chapter 1. Everything was quiet in Mustang. 3 whole days had passed without a killing. The townsfolk, knowing their community, were not fooled, but rather had long since resigned themselves to the inevitable, and would in fact be relieved when the situation was back to normal with a killing every day, or more on hot days. When there had been no killing for several days, pressure mounted because no one knew who would be next. Moreover, with Clay Allison, who had killed 30 men, playing poker over at the Morrison house, and Black Jack Ketchum, who richly deserved the hanging he was soon to get, sleeping off a drunk at the St. James, trouble could be expected. The walk before the St. James was cool at this hour, and Captain Tom Kedrick, a stranger in town, sat in a well-polished chair and studied the street with interested eyes. He was a tall young man with rusty brown hair and green eyes, quiet-mannered and quick to smile. Women never failed to look twice, and when their eyes met his, their hearts pounded, a fact of which Tom Kedrick was totally unaware. He knew women seemed to like him, but it never failed to leave him mildly astonished when they liked him very much, which they often did. The street he watched was crowded with buckboards, freight wagons, a newly arrived stage, and one about to depart. All the hitch rails were lined with saddled horses wearing a variety of brands. Kendrick was suddenly aware that a young man stood beside him, and he glanced up. The fellow was scarcely more than a boy, and he had soft brown eyes and hair that needed cutting. "Captain Kedrick?" he inquired. "John Gunter sent me. I'm Dorney Shaw." "Oh, yes." Kedrick got to his feet, smiling, and thrust out his hand. "Nice to know you, Shaw. Are you working for Gunter?" Shaw's soft brown eyes were faintly ironic. "With him," he corrected. "I work for no man." "I see." Kedrick did not see at all, but he was prepared to wait and find out. There was something oddly disturbing about this young man, something that had Kedrick on edge and queerly alert. "Where's Gunter now?" "Down the street. He asked me to check and see if you were here, and if you were, to ask you to stick around close to the hotel."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?